It's me, Dr. Marla Goldberrg, coming to you live to talk to you about Guided Spirit Conversations podcast. So if I'm on live, it must be Thursday, right? Because that's the day Guided Spirit Conversations podcast launches each and every week. And today is no different. But before I get involved with sharing about the podcast and about my guest this week, again, I'm going to ask for prayers to go out across the world. There's so much dissension and so much strife and so many challenges out there financially, with wars. I mean, there's so much going on. Let's band together, send out our prayers, send light, send love to the world, and hopefully together we can raise the consciousness and really start helping our humanity, helping heal the world. Because in my world, I'm a pacifist, right? So there's no reason for bigotry or slander or war or any of these things that are going on. Also, the money, the cost of living, what the government is doing, and how, I'm sorry to say, it affects each and every one of us because, with due respect, they don't have their act together. And so what do they do and this is the United States I'm talking about? They raise taxes, real estate taxes, income taxes. There's got to be a pain point here, and I think we've sort of hit it. How you can't get blood from a turnip, as my mother used to say, right? So let's send prayers out, send light and love. Let's be kind to each other. Let's not be mean or cruel. There's no reason for it, because at the end of the day, you might be hurting your relative. There's so much we don't know. So I'm going to put that out there to start this announcement. Okay, Guided Spirit Conversations podcast. Yay! So this podcast was created for you to bring to you the most incredible metaphysicians throughout the globe, spiritual thought leaders, people who are of service, who want to help and on the metaphysical, on the spiritual track. Why bring you people I find interesting? I feel that if I find them interesting, that you will too, based on what they do, their education, how they started their path, their journey. I find that so important, because each of us who get on the path, different things are the catalyst for us, right? So this is one of those things I like to delve into and find out how they got on their path. Some stories that they can share about their techniques, how they've helped their clients, and other interesting factoids that I want to glean from the guests to bring to you. And this week is no different. This week, my guest is Tracey Ash. So Tracey is a mystic. She's a healer, timekeeper, and gatekeeper. She lives in the Temple of Medinet Habu in the magnificence of ancient Egypt with her Siberian husky, Anubis Bowie. Ash consciously creates retreat hotels and medicine for the awakened soul. Since 1999, curating international pilgrimages and educational events merging ancient history, human origins, genius, time, prophecy, and mysticism. In 2018, Tracey was invited to the United Nations for her inimitable work on contact and consciousness. Ash's collaboration includes Sony CEO Shiro Tenge on science and spirituality, her image, One Earth United Emoto Foundation, Bruce Lipton, and Thrive. Ash worked at the College of Psychic Studies from 1999 to 2015, PSI Japan Science Institute as an honorary member, and Conscious Life Expo. In 2020, she was invited as the first global leader Artemis social impact cryptocurrency. Wow, that's a huge CV, right? She's going to be fascinating. And I'm looking forward to hearing Tracey's story. We haven't met yet, but we will meet in a little while and know that it's going to be a phenomenal, phenomenal interview. So I invite you to join at 12 noon Eastern Time. You can find the show live on my YouTube page and my Facebook page of the same name, and on my Instagram, Twitter, and my other Facebook groups. If you're able to watch the show live, this is an interactive show, so you're able to ask questions of the guest or myself, and we'd be happy to answer them for you so you get what you want, the answer you need, want, and desire. So if you're not able to watch the show live, no worries. You don't have to miss it. We upload to all your favorite listening platforms after the show is completed. So you are able to partake in this in your own way, the best way you can. If you like Guided Spirit Conversations podcast, please like it. Click like. Subscribe to it. Review it. I would love to read your thoughts and of the show that you just listened to, of the shows you listen to, and I would love to know if there's anyone out there that you'd like to see on the show that I haven't had on. I will try to get them as a guest. Or maybe there's a technique or a topic you'd like to have discussed on the show. I would then too like to investigate what you're interested in so I can bring that to you. All right. Before I get off this announcement, I'm going to bring to you my book, My Fucking Long Journey to Loving Myself, A Guide to a Shorter Path, and invite you to check it out. This book is my story and how I was able to heal from my dysfunctional upbringing, more than upbringing, because it bled into my adult life, into how I led my life. And I also have tips, tools, and techniques in the back of the book, which will tips, tools, and techniques, which will show you the tools I used to help heal myself and that I continue to use because they're so powerful in helping to process what happens within our life. It is, life is funny. You can plan and plan and plan, but things come, things affect you, things might hurt you, might frustrate you. And these are ways that you can get this out of your system so that you can be full and whole within yourself. Okay, you can find my book, My Fucking Long Journey to Loving Myself, A Guide to a Shorter Path, on Amazon or on my website, Marla Goldberg. Remember, Goldberg has 2Rs.com, and you can see where to get the book. You can order the book, and you can see what else I do and how I can work with you. All right, I'm sending you off now, and as I do, I send you love, blessings, and gratitude. I'm so grateful that you're in my life in whatever capacity you're in it, for not only are you my student, you're my healer. I'm sorry, you're my teacher. You also might be my healer. We don't know. Healing comes in some interesting ways. And not only am I a teacher, I am your student. So know that. Also, I'm going to say these 3 words to you. Yes, I am. I love you. You are loved, not just by me, not just by your family and friends, colleagues, community, but there's a plethora of beings on the other side of the veil that are just waiting for you to talk to them, to ask them for what it is you need, want, and desire, so then they can go out and get it for you, because they don't have the free will. So when you don't talk to spirit, your guides, guardians, all those on the other side, well, they don't have the free will to just intervene for you. So the best course of action I may suggest would be to then ask them, talk to them in as much detail as possible. For example, if you need a job, say, I'd like a new job, and I'd like this job to be in the area of, and I'd like my position to be, and my salary to be, and my responsibilities to be, blah, blah. And you can just go on and on and on with all those details when you talk to spirit. And then spirit can go get that. Because if you say, I need a new job, you might get a job offer, but it's not in the industry and the sect that you'd like to work in. Right? The same thing with I need money. Well, you can say I need money, and you may walk down the street and find a dollar bill, and that's them bringing you money because you did not attach the amount of money that you need, want, or desire, right? You heard the story about Jack Cornfield when he was writing Chicken Soup for the Soul. He put up a picture of $1 million above on the ceiling above his bed. So the last thing he saw when he went to bed was this check for $1 million. The first thing he saw when he opened his eyes was that check for $1 million. And after the first year, once his book launched, he made in the area of $900,000. Was he disappointed? Absolutely not. But it gave him by looking at that's visualization. And it helps integrate what it is you're looking for into your auric field. You also let your guides know, guardians, your beings know what it is you want to create for yourself. And then they can go out and help you create it. Okay. I am going to leave you now. I will be back in a little while with another announcement as a reminder to tune in, because Guided Spirit Conversations goes live at 12 noon Eastern Time, 11 Central. And I look forward to having you participate with us. Okay, until then, love you.